Hi there, this is a simple trick to have the Breaking Point zombies back in the Arma 3 editor for your own personal consumption. Okay, so let's exit that first. Okay, so if you would browse through the official change log of the Breaking Point mod using this address, okay, you will notice that since version 0.1291, single player, editor, and campaign have been disabled to prevent false kicks, lag, and for security reasons. That is why also if you would visit the forum, so there you would see posts like, how can I access the Breaking Point in the editor? Okay, see, a Breaking Point's menu does not have an editor button. Okay, so what this user is trying to point out is that when you when you try to load a Breaking Point, like the mod folder approach, so you would have this kind of menu. Okay, so you will notice here that single player button and the editor button have been disabled. So this is for version 0.1332. It might also hold true to the latest version, which is 0.1333. Okay, so instead of having this menu, okay, you would end up with this. Okay, problem here is that you can't load the editor, you can't play the single player thing. For information, as you see here, so since version 0.1291, all of these things have been disabled. Okay, play and editor button have been disabled. Now, to get those two back, what you will do is first you have to download the latest version. So download the Breaking Point mod files using this official torrent download link. Okay, so when you use that link, you go to that link, it would ask you to save. So just save it in your computer and then open with your torrent program. Okay, now once you have already downloaded it, you will you would have to transfer it to your Steam apps and common Arma 3 and add Breaking Point folder, and another folder is the add-ons folder. So the add-ons folder is inside the add breakpoint folder. So as you can see here, these are the files, which is about 7.67 GB in size. Okay. So after you do that, as mentioned earlier, when you load up your game, you have to of course use the launch parameter. So in this case, so for this example, I am using as you can see here, add CBA, add babe mid text, add voice com, and then add Breaking Point. So you have to use add Breaking Point for your launch parameter, Arma 3 launch parameter, just like that. Then once you have done that, using the latest version of the Breaking Point mod files, you will have this. So this is not what we want. What we would like to have is something like this. Okay, So what we do is we download an old file. So we download file named breaking point UI.pbo, and you can get it from this address, so 216.172. okay, so this is HFB server files, okay, which is still online up until this point in time. So once you have opened that, you click on add breaking point directory, and then click on add-ons, and way down you have to look for breaking point underscore UI.pbo. So you save that file to where your breaking point files are. So in this case, save it in here, and that is about 48.2 megabytes in size. Okay, so in other words, you have to override the files that you have downloaded from here. So override it with this. Okay, so the end effect, the end result would be you'll have something like this. Okay, now that you have the editor and single player button enabled, you will notice though that let's say, let's load a new one. Okay, so load in your player, and then when you load in, you use the old method to create or to spawn in a breaking point zombie unit. So you do it via civilian side, and then for faction, that's use other, so civilian other, and then for class you have to use zombie. But then even with the old file, okay, even with the old file, you see here that there's only men class, there's no zombie class. So in other words, you cannot use the breaking point zombie classes like this. Okay, so what you will do is just spawn in your unit like this, maybe. Just spawn in a unit, so name it civilian other, just use refugee or whatever. See here, so maybe fallen rebel, then okay, make him face you like that, and then you save it, you save as single mission, and then you name it like so, test, and then you go to your profile folder. So it's in mission, so you can see here is in my documents, Arma 3 other profiles. That's because I have 2 profiles. So the profile name here, as you can see, is MSI GX640. So it's in on missions folder. Okay, MSI GX640 like that, mission folder. Okay, so it's here, test. Now if you would open it up in Notepad, you will see that under groups and then items, see that for item 0, class item 0, you have your player. This is your avatar, and this is the unit that you have just spawned, so it's BP rebel F underscore F. So just substitute this with uh, the breaking point zombie class that you'd like to have. So for example, BP, what do you want then? Hunter 3, copy that, and then replace this class name with the BP class name, BP zombie class name, and then you say that. Okay, you go back to the editor like so. So that's using Stratus. Load it like that. So load it, and try to preview that. You should have a zombie. See, like that. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, so you can also use some init codes here. So instead of the zombie just roaming around, it could just follow you or whatever you could do with the zombie. Okay, so that's how you could have these breaking point zombies back on the editor. So let me load a sample or a test mission file here that I have prepared for this demonstration, and you can see there are lots of zombies. Okay, and there they are, breaking point zombies on the march. Okay, if you would examine the code for this breaking point test mission, and that's in missions folder, breaking point test, that's Stratus. You load it in Notepad, so open it in Notepad. You will see that there are your zombie class names. Okay, so you can still use the zombies though. It's just that the zombie class names are not available in the insert unit menu, as you can see here. Okay, but you can still use zombie using an old breaking point UI PBO file and this mission, okay, single mission approach. Okay, so that's it. That's it for having the breaking point zombies back in the editor. So thanks a lot for watching. Kind regards from the Philippines.